If you've ever found a feather on your path, you may have wondered if it holds a deeper meaning. Feathers are often seen as symbols of freedom, transcendence, and a connection to the divine. In many traditions, they represent the presence of spiritual beings, offering guidance, protection, or messages from the unseen realms. Whether it's a small gray feather or a large white one, feathers have a remarkable way of capturing attention and inviting you to pause, reflect, and consider their spiritual meaning. Throughout history, feathers have been regarded as messages from the spiritual world. Many believe that finding a feather, especially in an unexpected place, is a sign that angels or spirit guides are nearby, offering comfort or reassurance. Feathers are thought to carry spiritual energy and can serve as reminders that you are not alone, even in challenging times. They may symbolize support during hardship or encouragement to pursue your dreams. The feather symbolizes more than just beauty and grace. In spiritual practices, feathers are connected to the air element, representing thought, intellect, and communication. The lightness of a feather often embodies the idea of letting go of heavy burdens and embracing spiritual growth. Additionally, feathers are symbols of ascension and enlightenment, reminding you to stay open to new insights and experiences. Many people believe that finding feathers, particularly white ones, is a sign that a deceased loved one is close by, offering comfort and reassurance. These feathers are a gentle reminder from the spirit world, letting you know that you are not alone and that your loved one is watching over you. When a feather appears during times of grief or reflection, it can be seen as a message of peace, love, and protection, reminding you that even though they are no longer physically present, their spirit remains close, guiding and supporting you. Feathers hold significance across various cultures. In Native American traditions, feathers are sacred symbols representing the Creator's presence. They are often used in ceremonies to invoke the spirit of animals or to bring blessings. In ancient Egypt, the feather of Ma'at was associated with truth, justice, and morality. Similarly, in Celtic mythology, feathers were believed to carry prayers to the heavens. Across cultures, the feather has consistently been a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, symbolizing the presence of higher powers and divine messages. In religious contexts, feathers are often seen as signs from the divine. For example, in Christianity, feathers are linked to angels. The Bible mentions feathers as symbols of protection, with references to being sheltered under his wings, Psalm 91:4. Many people believe that a white feather represents the presence of an angel, offering protection or a sign of peace. In other religious traditions, feathers are seen as tools of communication with the spirit world, acting as a direct link between humans and the divine. For most people, finding a feather is seen as a good omen, representing positive energy, guidance, or a spiritual presence. However, the meaning of the feather can also depend on its color, the context in which it is found, and your personal beliefs. Seeing a feather can signify protection and encouragement, but certain colors, like black feathers, might bring a more complex message, prompting introspection or awareness of challenges ahead. Finding a feather outside your home can be particularly meaningful. Some believe that when a feather appears on your doorstep, it's a sign that protection, peace, or spiritual energy is surrounding your home. It may be a message from a loved one who has passed away, offering comfort, or it could signify that angels are watching over you and your family. The color of the feather can offer further insight into the specific message being conveyed. White feathers symbolize peace, purity, and protection. Finding a white feather often indicates the presence of an angel or divine intervention. Black feathers are often misunderstood, but are actually symbols of deep protection and spiritual wisdom. They can signal that you are being guided through a difficult time or that you are protected during periods of uncertainty. They may also encourage introspection and reflection. Gray feathers represent balance, neutrality, and calm. Finding a gray feather suggests you are at a crossroads and should seek clarity or patience in making decisions. Gray feathers are often viewed as symbols of peace and compromise. Black and white feathers symbolize harmony between the physical and spiritual worlds. They are often signs of protection and the resolution of conflicts. Brown feathers symbolize grounding, stability, and security. Brown feathers may appear when you need to focus on practical matters or when you are in need of comfort and stability. Red feathers. Associated with vitality, energy, and passion, a red feather could be encouraging you to follow your instincts or pursue something you're passionate about. Yellow feathers symbolize happiness, optimism, and mental clarity. A yellow feather may appear when you need to embrace joy and positivity in your life. Feathers can also carry significance when they appear in numbers. A single feather represents an individual message of support or guidance. It often signifies that a spiritual presence is with you, guiding you on your path. A single feather may also be a reminder to trust your intuition. Two feathers symbolizes balance and partnership. Finding two feathers could indicate that harmony or cooperation is needed in a relationship or within yourself. It suggests that you should focus on balance in your personal or professional life. Three feathers, seen as a powerful spiritual sign, representing divine presence and a trinity of energies, body, mind, and spirit. Three feathers suggest alignment between different aspects of your life and may be a message of spiritual growth or awakening. Four feathers symbolizes stability and grounding, often linked to the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Finding four feathers suggests that you are well supported on your journey and may be experiencing a solid foundation in your life. Five feathers represents change, transformation, and new beginnings. Finding five feathers could be a sign that significant shifts are happening or about to happen in your life, urging you to embrace change and trust the process. Multiple feathers. When feathers appear in larger numbers, the message is often amplified. Multiple feathers may signify strong spiritual forces at work, encouraging you to take notice of the signs around you and trust in the protection and guidance you are receiving. Here are some answers to frequently asked questions about feather symbolism. Should I keep a feather if I find one? There's no harm in keeping a feather you find, especially if it feels significant or holds personal meaning. Some people like to place feathers on an altar or in a special space as a reminder of the message they believe it holds. Others might carry it with them for continued protection and spiritual support. What does it mean if a feather falls in front of you? If a feather falls directly in your path, it can be seen as a message to stop, pay attention, and reflect on your current circumstances. It could be a reminder to listen to your intuition or an encouragement from the spiritual world to pursue a particular direction or decision. Can a feather symbolize hope? Feathers are often symbols of hope, especially when they appear in times of difficulty. The lightness and beauty of a feather can remind you to keep faith, trust the process, and remain hopeful, even in challenging situations. What should I do with feathers I find in my home? If you find a feather in your home, you can choose to keep it in a special place as a reminder of its meaning, or you may feel compelled to release it outside to symbolize letting go or moving forward. Some people incorporate found feathers into spiritual practices or ceremonies, believing they hold spiritual energy. If you're intrigued by the symbolism of feathers, or want to explore the spiritual meaning of other animals and symbols, you can take your learning further with the Spirit Animals and Totems Diploma course from Center of Excellence. Whether you're new to spiritual studies or looking to expand your knowledge, this course is a great way to enrich your understanding of the spiritual world.